the 27 cars of the 2025 NTT INDYCAR Series, and on the streets of St. Petersburg, we are racing. Scott McLaughlin, with a peerless performance from pole, keeps that lead with absolutely no problems at all down into turn one, with Colton Herta following through in second place.
Two Meyer-Shank teammates there, Rosenqvist and Armstrong in the blue and white cars behind. They were side by side for a while, but it's single file as Colton Herta tries to catch back up after McLaughlin.
And that's a big one. That's Nolan Siegel in the back.
Massive contact for the number 6 full course caution. You see the 12 of Will Power, a championship contender.
Awesome.
Now we're on board with Will Power. Nolan Siegel in the blue and orange to his left.
So side by side through one, up on the curb for him there. You see Foster to the inside. He's got to go wide in 2.
Oh, it was Power.
Yeah, Nolan just had to check up a little bit.
Green is the call as they come down the start-finish stretch once again. Rosenqvist all over the back of McLaughlin, makes a move to the inside to have a look in turn one, but McLaughlin has it covered.
He's got to be so late on the brakes, but you see 5th in line there. Alex Rossi closing the gap there, side by side. Colton Herta already trying to make some moves up from 10th, essentially leading on that alternate strategy.
McLaughlin looking a little squirrely there as he tries to find temperature again in his tires, and that's Santino Ferrucci locking up, almost getting into his teammate David Malukas. Teammates Dixon and Palou come in. Jamie.
Scott Dixon makes the drive down pit road. The 44-year-old 6-time champion. He's had a good race car, started 6th. He pulls in, they'll take off those primary tires. They'll put another set of those hard primary tires on. They hold them, get it full. Good stop for the 9.
Nice stop for the 10 as well. Gets that 100% renewable Shell fuel on board, gets going again. And Newgarden in between the two. So Dixon ahead of Newgarden and Palou behind him. So Dixon takes the advantage in that battle of the champions right in the middle there.
And they talked him through it. He was able to hold on. They pull those green sidewall tires off. They put the primaries on. Another turn of the front wing. Got it done, guys.
Rosenqvist then taking the opposite of the strategy that he did earlier. He was the first guy in from the original group. Now he'll be the last. Lundgaard and Rossi don't need to stop.
As we see the 7 now dive into the pits, that is the leader, and he is going to roll the dice in a big way, going to these soft tires and try to make them last for a full 30 laps.
Welcome back to the streets of St. Petersburg, where the stops are coming thick and fast. Your leader, Scott Dixon, still out on track, but Josef Newgarden and Alex Palou both pitted while we were in break, guys, and it got pretty close between Newgarden and Lundgaard. Here it is.
This was Josef Newgarden's final stop of the day. Fuel goes in, 4 tires. He blends out just ahead of Lundgaard and Rossi, who are on the softer tire, but we think they have to make one more stop or hang on to slower pace.
Rossi's already actually come in, got off of those softs. He's back on the hards, but Lundgaard, we heard that radio transmission from Brian Barnhart. He's going to try to make these things last to the end. Jamie.
Scott Dixon's led 5 laps today. He pits from the lead. I just asked Chip Ganassi, team owner, any changes? He said no. Dixon's happy. 4 tires, primaries go back on, guys.
And who moves into the lead? Scott McLaughlin once again. Let's look at the blend. There goes Palou. Scott Dixon out between him and Josef Newgarden.
Huge. Palou got ahead of his teammate by making the undercut. That could be the race-winning move for Alex Palou.
Scott McLaughlin, they made a couple changes in the 2 pit stops prior. No changes here. A little slow on the left front for the 3.
Guys, Josef Newgarden just got by Scott Dixon in turn 1. They were side by side, almost banging wheels. Newgarden pounced as Dixon was trying to find tire temperature. Here it is, Josef Newgarden up the inside of the 6-time champion, Scott Dixon. Newgarden throwing muscle and a little shade to Dixon. There was almost contact. It's Penske versus Ganassi once again to start the season right here. The two best teams in the sport, undeniably, as Alex Palou looks for some slipstream, looks for the perfect run to try to get by Stingray Rob. He might just send it and go for it right here.
He does, makes the move up onto the inside. Alex Palou gets past Stingray Rob. Finally, now Newgarden has to follow suit if he wants to have any chance of contesting for this win.
And it'll be interesting to see if manufacturer politics come into play here.
Oh, it does.
It does.
Gets out the way.
Rob, powered by Chevy, as is Newgarden, a Honda in the Ganassi cars of Palou and Dixon. That was some blatant interference.
Well, I don't know. He's let Dixon go through as well.
Only a handful of corners to go, only one real passing opportunity. Newgarden nowhere close enough to make it happen, but Dixon, he is trying to line something up here. This isn't over for second.
Oh,
so close.
Here he comes, up and on the inside of Josef Newgarden. That's P2 for the 6th-time champion. A great move from Scott Dixon to take second place. But Alex Palou, your reigning champion, the man they all need to beat, lays down a marker on the streets of St. Pete. Alex Palou wins the opening round of the 2025 IndyCar season as Newgarden seemingly coasting to the line and apparently out of fuel.
But it didn't really matter. Dixon, you know, he still got back to second place. So outstanding. Yeah, that's right. He was just doing what he was supposed to do. He was
yeah, what an amazing job by everyone at Ganassi Racing, HRC, DHL, and everybody at the 10 car. They gave me everything I needed this weekend to win. I told you yesterday that we had a really, really fast car, so was looking forward to the race. Our strategy changed a lot during that first yellow, but so glad that we got that number 10 victory lane. It's been 138 days since Nashville, and been dreaming about this every single night.
Up next, it's the Thermal Club IndyCar Grand Prix, Sunday, March 23rd at 3 p.m. Eastern on Fox.